If you're a gay man watching this right now, I want you to know something before anything else. You are not broken. You are brave. Every day, you live in a world that still struggles to understand you. You hide your fear behind a smile, pretend to be strong when no one is watching, and carry a silence that few can imagine. But let me tell you, silence can be more dangerous than any virus. Most men come to me not because they felt sick, but because they felt ashamed to be seen. They waited too long to test, too long to speak up, too long to believe they deserved care. And by the time they did, the body was already whispering warning signs: night sweats, constant fatigue, swollen glands, signs that went unnoticed because no one ever told them what to look for. I'm Dr. Jame, a physician who has spent over 20 years studying HIV and men's health. And today, I'm giving you a doctor's checklist: clear, practical, and judgment-free, so you can protect yourself and the people you love. If you believe every man deserves respect and real information, comment 1, "Oh, I deserve care" below. Let's start a chain of strength together. Let's talk about something most people never explain clearly: the science behind what's really happening. HIV doesn't care who you love. It doesn't check your orientation before entering the bloodstream. It's not being gay that creates the risk. It's being judged for it. Studies show that gay men are 40% more likely to discover their infection late, not because they ignored symptoms, but because society taught them to stay silent. And silence spreads faster than any virus. When you live every day carrying fear, hiding from rejection, your body starts fighting more than just external infections. Chronic stress floods the bloodstream with cortisol, a hormone that weakens your immune defense. Depression and sleepless nights can shrink your body's army of white blood cells. You start catching colds easily, feeling tired, or losing weight for no reason. These are not punishments. They're signs your body is asking for peace. Science has proven it again and again. When you are supported, loved, and accepted, your immune system strengthens. This isn't only a medical issue. It's a social wound. And healing that wound begins the moment you decide to stop hiding who you are. If you believe acceptance heals faster than medicine, comment 2. Healing starts with love. Let's name the real roots of risk with respect. You deserve clarity and dignity. You are not the problem. The system around you often is. Naming the truth is strength. Stigma and prejudice in daily life. When coworkers whisper, dates judge, or strangers stare, men start shrinking parts of themselves to feel safe. Testing gets delayed, symptoms are minimized. Shame creates avoidance, and avoidance creates blind spots. Silence isn't safety. It's stress that pushes people further from timely care. Lack of family acceptance, isolation, depression. When love feels conditional, many men carry two lives: the outside life and the true one. Isolation steals sleep, drains motivation, and makes it harder to keep appointments, eat well, or notice warning signs. You are worthy of unconditional love and competent care, and your identity is not a diagnosis. Barriers to friendly health care. Fear of judgment in clinics, limited LGBTQ-affirming providers, cost concerns, and confidentiality worries keep many away. Yet solutions exist: community clinics that welcome you, anonymous or at-home testing, telehealth with providers, and peer support lines that walk with you. Here is the truth. It's not identity that causes risk. It's rejection. Change the conditions, and outcomes change. You are allowed to ask questions, to be seen, and be treated with respect. Choosing support is not weakness. It is wise self-protection. If you believe acceptance saves lives, comment 3, "No more stigma," and tag one ally who's earned your trust. Here's something few people talk about: the hidden silence inside your body. When you live under constant stress, pretending to be fine, your immune system quietly starts to retreat. It's not weak, it's exhausted. Imagine your immune system as a team of loyal friends. Each one is trained to protect you, to rush toward danger and fight off infections. But what happens when one of them gets bullied every day, mocked, misunderstood, made to feel unwanted? Eventually, he stops showing up. That's exactly what chronic stress does to your body's defenders. Your white blood cells stop communicating properly. Inflammation rises. Your body feels tired even after sleep. You may notice small infections lasting longer, skin breaking out, energy fading. None of this means your body has failed you. It means it's asking you to stop hiding, to stop living in silence. Healing begins not with medicine alone, but with permission. Permission to rest, to speak, to be yourself without apology. Every step toward self-acceptance is a signal to your body. You are safe again. You can recover now. If you're ready to stop fighting yourself and start healing, comment 4, "Sigtu, my body deserves peace." You've already shown strength by listening this far. That discipline and heart will carry you forward. My job is to make your next steps simple, doable, and judgment-free. Here is a focused plan built for gay men. Practical, private, and proven. Test every 3 to 6 months, anonymously if needed. Regular testing is self-respect in action. Use community clinics, at-home kits, or walk-in centers without appointments. Sleep and nutrition check. Manage stress to boost immunity. Aim for steady sleep, balanced meals, hydration, and brief daily movement. These restore your body's defenders. Seek an LGBTQ-friendly doctor or clinic. Search local directories. Ask a trusted friend or use telehealth. Compassionate care is your right, not a favor. Find a safe community. Group chat, support circle. Connection lowers cortisol, lifts mood, and keeps you accountable. Courage grows faster in company. Talk to someone, not only about fear, but about hope. A counselor, mentor, or peer navigator can turn anxiety into a plan you can follow. Your life matters. Your story matters. You deserve care that treats you as a whole person, body, mind, and identity. If a door feels closed, try another. There are more allies than you've been led to believe. If you're taking one action this week, comment 5, "I'll book my test." Share this video with someone who needs to hear this today. Your nudge might change a life. You've probably heard people say, "Just stay positive and you'll heal faster." But there's real science behind that phrase, not just comfort. When stress drops, the body's chemistry begins to rebalance. Cortisol, the hormone of fear, finally lowers, allowing your white blood cells and CD4 defenders to multiply again. Studies from Johns Hopkins University and the CDC confirmed that men who receive consistent emotional support and mental health counseling experience up to a 30% improvement in immune recovery compared to those who face stigma alone. Your body listens to your emotions. It notices when you feel safe, when you sleep better, when someone finally calls you by your name without judgment. That safety becomes biology. Your immune system wakes up and starts repairing what years of stress once silenced. Let me share a real case. Michael, a 34-year-old gay man, came to me terrified after years of hiding. He joined a peer support group, received steady treatment, and for the first time, talked about his life without shame. 6 months later, his CD4 count doubled, his energy returned, and his smile came back stronger than ever. This is not magic. It's medicine powered by acceptance. Healing doesn't start in the hospital, it starts the moment you feel seen. If you believe love can heal faster than hate, comment 6. Healing through acceptance. Because healing truly starts where acceptance begins. Here's what happens when inner safety returns. Your whole life begins to align. You've shown courage by learning and staying. That resilience is an asset employers, partners, and friends notice. First, the body. Lower stress means steadier sleep, calmer digestion, fewer random illnesses, and energy that lasts through the afternoon. Workouts feel possible again. Skin clears, appetite stabilizes. Small wins stack, and your immune system signals, we're back. Second, the mind. Acceptance quiets the constant self-monitoring. You think clearly, choose wisely, and stop negotiating with fear before every decision. Planning a test, a clinic visit, or a new routine turns from dread into steps. Confidence isn't a pose. It's your nervous system believing you're safe. Third, relationships. When shame loosens, conversation opens. You set boundaries without apologizing. Healthy partners are drawn to clarity, and unhealthy ones fade. Friends who see your consistency start trusting you with opportunities. Fourth, career and finances. Reliable energy and sharper focus translate into better performance, fewer sick days, and the courage to apply for roles you once avoided. Interviews go better when you're not fighting a secret battle inside. Finally, community impact. Your example gives others permission to care for themselves. Support groups grow. Clinics improve. Stigma shrinks when confident, compassionate men lead by living well. You are not becoming someone else. You're returning to yourself. And that is powerful. If you felt even one positive ripple, comment 7. I feel the shift, and tell us which area changed first. Every gay man has a moment he decides to live fully again. That moment rarely arrives with fireworks. It often comes quietly, after a long night of telling yourself the truth. You have endured more than most people know. Double lives, coded conversations, the calculus of safety in rooms that should have been welcoming. The fact that you are still here, learning, breathing, reaching for better, already proves something powerful. Resilience is your native language. Emotional rebirth is not about pretending pain never happened. It is about reclaiming authorship. First comes the end of self-blame. Then the practice of self-acceptance. Finally, gratitude, for a body that kept you alive, for friends who stayed, for the courage that did not dissolve when the world pushed back. Confidence returns as small promises kept. The test you book, the meal you cook, the message you send asking for help. Identity steadies when you stop auditioning for places that ask you to shrink. Love grows where honesty breathes. You are not a statistic. You are a story of resilience, and your next chapter is allowed to be joyful. Choose one brave action today and let it mark your return. Schedule your check, join a support group, or tell a trusted friend how you're truly doing. Your voice is worthy, your body is worthy, your future is worthy. When you live fully, you light the way for others. If this is your moment, comment 8. I choose to live fully. Today. Before we reach the final words, I want to pause and honor something extraordinary. you. Every gay man who continues to show up in this world despite rejection carries a kind of courage that can't be taught. You faced whispers, laughter, and doors that quietly closed, yet you kept walking, building lives, careers, and communities that remind the world what real strength looks like. You've turned pain into art, isolation into advocacy, and fear into education. Many of you work in hospitals, classrooms, kitchens, offices, saving lives, shaping futures, and making spaces kinder just by being yourselves. You've carried the weight of stigma and still found the grace to help others feel seen. That's not survival, that's leadership. Society often underestimates how much love and contribution comes from those it marginalizes. But history will remember the ones who healed others even while they were still healing themselves. You are not just part of a movement. You are the heartbeat of change. To every man listening, your existence adds beauty, intelligence, and compassion to this world. You've proven that being gay is not a weakness. It's a form of truth lived out loud. So, stand tall, walk proud. The world is already better because you are in it. Comment, "I'm proud to be part of the change." Here is what I want you to leave with. You are worthy of care, and you are not alone. Remember the 5 warning signs most men miss: persistent night sweats, constant fatigue, swollen lymph nodes in the neck or groin, unexplained weight loss, and recurrent low-grade fevers or frequent infections. And remember the 5 solutions that put you back in charge. Test every 3 to 6 months. Use anonymous or at-home options if needed. Protect sleep, nutrition, and daily movement to calm stress. Choose an LGBTQ-affirming clinician or telehealth. Anchor yourself in a safe community or support circle. And talk to someone who will help you build a plan based on hope, not fear. Your life matters. Your story matters. Stop the stigma. Start the healing. Together, we can make care feel safe, ordinary, and proud. CTA Number 9. If you believe love is stronger than fear, comment 9. Love over fear. And add A to show someone they're not alone tonight.